Long as you did. But what I was saying is that before I logged off, is that we no longer have freedom of speech. We never did have freedom of speech at all. We never did. Don't add nobody, tribe, because I don't want to, because everybody want to do that stuff. Don't add nobody. But we've never had freedom of speech as long as we've been alive. Never. Because when you think you have freedom of speech, when you think that you have freedom of speech, you don't. Even when they think that you, and make you think that you have it. Now, what I was saying before is that to all of y'all that just joined my live, we are not African Americans. We have never been a part or affiliated with being African. We wasn't born and raised in Africa. Our ancestors wasn't born and raised in Africa. We are indigenous to America. We are aboriginals to America. Our ancestors was born and raised in America. Their ancestors was born and raised in America. You understand? So we were the ones that got invaded. We didn't come over here. Now, if you are African and you come over from Africa and you gain citizenship here, you are considered an African American. But just because you are from Africa and you got your citizenship here, you are not aboriginal to America. You are not indigenous to America. So if Harris right now, if Kamala Harris was to approve reparations for African Americans, we are not African. We are aboriginals. We are indigenous. So we still would not get reparations at all. Because we are not African. Even though you put that on your application when you get your job, when you put that on your paperwork, when you do your taxes, we are not African. We have never been African. America is owned by black people. America always been owned by melanated black people. We are the ones that keep getting invaded. You don't see no other races. You don't see whites. You don't see Chinese. You don't see Mexicans. You don't see Japanese. You don't see none of them going over to Africa, invading their country. But yet they continue to come to the Americas and invade our country. You know why? Because our ancestors that was born and raised here, they were rich. Our ancestors that was born and raised here, who you come from, your ancestors, your bloodline, where you come from, these melanated beings were rich. They were wealthy. This is why we got invaded. This is why. The United States of America wasn't always named United States. We all know that. Our ancestors that owned this country were wealthy. They had more money than a 13th family. This is why we got invaded. They want what we have. We are indigenous to, it's nothing poor about us. This is why they can't do what they really want to do to America, because we are indigenous to our ancestors. We are aboriginals to our ancestors. This land belongs to us. We own it. This is why we ain't gonna never get paid reparations. Never. You can't pay the owner reparations. You can pay the worker though. And even though we are working in our own country, it's like we are voluntarily working in our own country. That's just like if you own a store and you hired people to help build your store so you can open it up. If you decide that you want to go in there with them workers and help them work, you can't pay yourself, but you can pay the workers in there. The workers is not going to pay you from working in your store because you own it. We are not slaves. You are a slave because you calling yourself a slave. You are a slave because you want to be a slave. You a slave. If that's what you want to call yourself, you are a slave, my guy. You are a slave. I'm not a slave. I know who I am. They can't make me do nothing that I don't want to do. They can make you do it. Our ancestors was not slaves. Just to let you know, Daniel, since you don't know nothing about your black brothers and sisters, black people own more slaves than white people. Just in case you don't know that, Daniel. And by the look at you, you look like you over 50. You should know this shit. Black people own more slaves than white people. And it's a shame how you got senior citizens that don't know shit. And we supposed to be looking up to them. We supposed to be looking up to our senior citizens. But our senior citizens is more dumber than we are. You know why they dumb? Because they are programmed to be dumb because they dumbass listen to the white man. This is why nowadays you got our parents that's still reading the book. And they teaching us, go in the book. I hear a lot of adults my age saying that when they used to go to church, they would ask their parents questions about the Bible, about Jesus. And the first thing their parents say, or their mother would say, don't ask no questions about God. They'll beat your ass. You question God, or you question the Bible, or you question religion, your parents will beat your ass because you ask questions. You wasn't even allowed to ask questions. You do what the book tell you to do. You do what the church tell you to do. You do what the pastor tell you to do. If not, you getting your ass beat when you get home. So a lot of us is programmed to learn to lie because we were told not to ask no questions. And now that we are now growing up and we are elevating, we are asking them questions. And look at the ones that used to beat our ass. They still in that mythology back in the 1950s. And every day when you look on TV, you see all these pastors that is money hungry. If you don't fill up that collection plate, they'll put your ass out. You've been going to the same church for over 20 years. You need your rent paid. You go to that church and ask them to pay your rent. They're going to look on the computer system and see how much you done gave up. And you better have the amount. Because just because you gave up over $5,000, they're only going to give you $5 and say, well, we can't give you the rest because you didn't donate last time. They got ATM machines in churches now. And you got these people that is blindly going along with the church. This is why we are still asleep. We are still asleep because we are not elevating ourselves. We are not educating ourselves. We are not enlightening ourselves. And until you wake up and start asking questions, look, like I tell people all the time, look at what you see. Look at what you see. When you wake up and you watching TV and you walk in these streets, what do you see? You see these pastors got a better life than you got. You work for a company. The boss of your company, the owner of the company that you work for, he pulls up in the parking lot driving a fucking Hellcat, driving a BMW, and you still got the same 1994 Camry. While he's at home spoiling his family with the riches off of your ass. Jeff Bezos is worth almost, he worth over $1 billion. The man who owns Amazon is worth over $1 billion. And you can't even afford to take a weekend off and you work for him. And meanwhile, this motherfucker is owning yachts, owning islands, and you can't even pay your rent. And yet you want to complain. Why complain and you keep going to work and working for the motherfucker every day? Stop working. You know how much money Jeff Bezos would lose if all of his employees would stop working? You know how much money Elon Musk would lose if all of his employees was to stop working? You know how much money Zuckerberg would lose? You know how much this country would lose if all of us was to stop voting and stop paying our taxes? You know how much this country would lose? The power has always been in our hands. It's up to us to take our power. It's 90% of us. 90. They can't take all of us down. If we were to stop working and stop paying our taxes and stop voting, we could have been took this country. We don't need no presidents. We don't need no government. We can govern ourselves. We don't need none of this. We can govern ourselves. They already told y'all in the movie They Clone Tyrone that we are living in a simulation. We are living in a simulation. Half of the people that is around you ain't even real. And we sitting back working for people that could possibly be a simulation. Elon Musk is on TikTok with his new girlfriend. The bitch is a robot. Elon Musk got a new girlfriend that's a robot that he created, saying that she's beautiful. She's the best thing he ever had, and she's obedient. What is this world coming to? Elon Musk got a body girlfriend that he's in love with. He's in love with a fucking robot. What, you gonna fuck metal? What, you gonna fuck a metal pussy? Like, how you gonna make love to a robot? The bitch mouth is metal. Ain't you afraid of scratching your head? All that damn metal? Ain't you afraid of getting ptomaine poison? Like, what the hell? I don't even know what to say. It's crazy. And the reason why a lot of people is afraid, and the reason why a lot of people is afraid of taking matters in their own hands, because they are afraid of losing. You're afraid of not doing your taxes because you think you're going to go to jail. You're afraid of not going to work because how you going to get your bills paid? How you going to eat? You're afraid of not voting because how you going to get a new president? And this is what they do. They have created so much fear in us. They have put so much fear in us. And they made life to where as though we need them so badly until if we stop doing what they need us to do, then it's like we're going to lose. We don't need them. They need us. Why you think that they doing everything they can do to make sure that we give them our vote? They need us. We don't need them. And when you get to that, like, if every citizen in America right now was to stop working for at least 3 days, all it takes is 3 days. You don't even need to do it a whole week. You know how much billions of dollars you can lose in 3 days? You will have these rich-ass billionaires on their knees begging you to work. If every Amazon worker right now was to stop working for 3 days, you know how much money that man would lose? That man would be on his knees asking y'all what do you all want in order to come back. You make your demands. You see how when you about to leave the company that you work for, when you about to leave the company that you work for, but the manager don't want you to go, because the manager know how valuable you are, what's the first thing that manager going to do? We offer you in order for you to stay. That means it's in your hands now. You make the demands. This is our country. This is our country. We own it. They're not going to tell us we own it. Come on now. You think the world going to tell black people that we own all of this? And we've been in submissive state our whole entire lives. We've been following behind people. We have been obedient to so many people to find out that we are the gods. To find out that we are the actual owners. You think they're going to tell us that? Of course they're not going to tell us that. You know why they're not going to tell us that? Because once we find out that we actually own this shit, you think we're going to just let it go? We're going to take what belongs to us. They're not going to tell us that we own this. And the first question that we got to ask, well, how the hell did y'all get it? If we own it, how did y'all get it? Where's the paperwork at to prove that our ancestors actually sold you this land? Y'all got every fucking thing else. Where's the deed that's showing that our country was turned over to y'all? Where's that deed at? Where's that paperwork at? Where is it? Where's the paperwork to show us that our ancestors actually sold this country? And even if our ancestors did sell this country, there's no fucking reason why we as black Americans are broke. If our ancestors actually did sell this country off, it's still no reason why we should be broke and poor. Because the price of America is priceless. We literally stand. You know Atlantis? America is in the heart of Atlantis. We are actually standing on Atlantis as we speak. Did y'all know that? We are in water. We are in the sea. We are in water. Remember, Atlantis sank. Atlantis didn't blow up. Atlantis didn't catch on fire. Atlantis sank underwater. We are underwater. We are actually standing on Atlantis. We are in Atlantis. We are in the heart of Atlantis. If you take away the sea, you take away the ocean, you take away the river, it's going to be a flat land surface. You ever heard of the mud flood? How they take all the mud and how it just washed away other parts of the city? You dig all this shit up, you're going to see other worlds. It's basically worlds on top of worlds. We are standing. We are standing on Atlantis. Do you know who owned Atlantis? Do you know who built Atlantis? We did. The melanated people did. We did. We built it. The Atlantis is rich. The Atlantis is wealthy. Why you think they trying to get rid of us? Why you think they trying to get rid of us? Because they know how wealthy we are. They know how wealthy we are. This is why they can't do what they want to do to America. Because the chosen people is still in America. Don't you think they want to blow America up? Don't you think they want to do everything to America? They can't do nothing to America because the chosen ones is in America. We are the most hated people on this planet. You even got Africans that hate us. Why is that? Africans don't like us. Nobody in the world like black Americans. Why is that? Because they know that we are the rich ones. They know that we were here first. They know that we are the owner. They know that we are the chosen ones. They know that we are the gods. Every on this fucking planet, every nation on this planet, black Americans got influence on them. We are the most hated people on the planet, but yet everybody trying to be like us. China want our black brothers to go with them babies. Why not ask the Africans? Why not China go over there to Africa and tell the African to go over there to China and make some black babies? Why they need American blacks? Did y'all think about that shit? Did y'all think about that? Why China won't go ask Africa? Now they some black motherfuckers. They don't want them. They want the black American men. Why is that? Y'all better wake the fuck up. Y'all better wake up. Because we are needed. We are needed. We are needed. We are the most hated people on this planet, but yet we influence all over the world. Everybody trying to be like us. They trying to rap like us. They trying to sing like us. They trying to dance like us. They trying to look like us. They trying to get that little swag like us. They trying to get the nappy hair like us. They trying to dress like us. But yet they hate us though. They hate us. But yet you sit in the sun all fucking day to get brown. They imitate our music. Every song that we come out with, you always got that one sweet white person to come out and make the same damn song, don't it? You can't imitate us. We can't really duplicate it. You can't do it. You cannot do it. Now they want us to have, this is the real reason, people. This is the reason why they want us to mix. See, y'all got to understand, melanated people. Listen to me, my beautiful brown brothers and sisters. We all here tonight. Let me educate y'all on something just in case y'all don't know. Us black, we not really black. We got an old name. I don't even know what that name is. Okay? We is not a race, my brothers and sisters. We is not a race. We are a nation. Black melanated people, we are a nation. We are not a race. We are not an ethnic background. We are a nation. We stand alone. We are Israel. The nation of Israel. That's who we are. We are the real nation of Israel. Black melanated people, we are a nation. We are not a race. Whoever they is over there, they not us. They not like us. We are the real Israel. We are the nation of Israel. This is why they created the fake ones over there. We are a nation. That means that we have our own rules. We have our own regulations. We do what we want to do because we are a nation. And we don't have no God. We don't follow no man. No man. Because the nation of Israel, we know who our true God is. Our true God lives in us. Why do you think they trying to do everything that they can do to give us a God? They gave the nation of Israel Jesus Christ. Because Jesus Christ represents us. He's a black man. He represents us. No. You know who Jesus Christ really is? You are Jesus. Let's go deep in the rabbit hole. You want to know who Jesus Christ really is? You are Jesus. They talking about your black ass. You Jesus. Jesus is in the image of you. You are not in the image of Jesus. You. It's you. The war always been on you. When you get to that conscious level, you're gonna realize that you are Jesus. They've been talking about you. You're gonna understand how Jesus felt. You're gonna understand the people around him. You're gonna understand why he was so different. Because once you get on that conscious level, you're going to realize you are stepping and walking in Jesus' shoes. So you are basically worshiping a man that's in the image of you. You are not in the image. They say you can't get to the Son unless you get to the Father. Once you get to a certain awakening, you're going to realize you're walking in the same shoes as Jesus Christ. So if I'm walking in the same shoes of Jesus Christ and I know how he felt, then that means I'm the Son. I'm the Son. So y'all worshiping a man. And Jesus Christ said out of his own mouth, no, don't worship no man, don't worship me. You are the Son. You're not the S-O-N. You are the S-U-N. And the reason why they have been brainwashing us and lying to us, because they're trying to keep us so far away from who we are. Until they gave us a man to worship and idolize. Do y'all know idolatry is a sin? Idolatry is an abomination. And who do y'all idolize? Who do y'all worship? Jesus Christ, which is purely a man. Learn how to get to know yourself. Learn who you are spiritually, mentally, psychologically. Learn who you are. And then you're going to understand why you were here. You are going to understand why you was created. Then you will understand why the war has always been on you. Because you are the Son. You are the S-U-N. Why do you think they keep us in this entrapment? Our food is poison. Our water is poison. Our air is contaminated. We living amongst fucking robots. Why do they got to do this to us if we are not important? If we really wasn't important and we really didn't matter and we got to worship, why are they doing everything to keep us dumb? Why are they doing everything they got to do to keep us asleep? Why do they have to lie to us by not telling us who we are and where we come from? Why are they not telling us that we are indigenous here? Why are they not telling us that we are aboriginals here? Why are they not telling us that our ancestors were born and raised here? Why? Obviously, it got to be a good reason for them to keep fucking lying to us for generations and generations. Wake up! We are not in the image of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is in the image of you. You are Jesus. You are Jesus Christ. Jesus wasn't trying to be Jesus Christ. Jesus' name was Jesus. He got his Christ consciousness. It's not about trying to be like Jesus Christ. I hear a lot of people keep saying, you want to walk in Jesus Christ's shoes. You want to be just like Jesus. Jesus didn't even want to be like Jesus. Jesus was asleep like we was. But he woke up to the Christ consciousness. Christ is a conscience. Jesus was his name. So who Jesus was before, he was the same man. But he got in a new conscious state of mind. He got into Christ consciousness. That's why they gave him the name Jesus Christ. Because he was Jesus with the Christ consciousness. Just like I am Ajita with the Christ consciousness. I am no longer thinking like everybody else. I am no longer living like anybody else. Because I have wake up. And I have opened up my eyes and I can see the illusion. Now, if you think about it, they never talk about Jesus Christ's life, don't they? If this man was so-called born from a Virgin Mary, why wasn't Jesus doing all these miracles when he was first born? God actually picked Mary. God picked Mary. Jesus was born from a virgin woman. He was perfect. All powers was in his hands. Why he wasn't doing powers when he was 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old? Why he waited till he was 33 and started walking on water? Why did he wait till he turned 33 to turn a fish and fed 5,000? Why he wasn't doing this at age 12? Why wasn't he doing this at age 20? Why wasn't he doing this at age 2? He was perfect. He was perfect. It wasn't no appointed time. He was perfect. Because he didn't know it at first. He was like me and you. Jesus was just like you and me. He had to learn what he knows. Do you think I've always been this way? I had to learn how to get here. Jesus had to learn how to get to the Christ consciousness that he got into. He was not perfect. He was different. Know the difference. And they lied to y'all about Jesus. And the reason why they lied to y'all about Jesus, said that he was perfect, because they know that you would never be perfect. But you can be different though. You can be different. And the thing about it is, when you talk about Jesus Christ, a lot of people that can't think outside of what they were taught, they're going to always make comments. They're going to always keep their mind on what they were learned, on what they was taught, because they don't know how to get out of it. Because the truth is the biggest lie ever told. You tell a Christian, you tell a religious person the actual truth, they're not going to believe you. Because they got that lie. They got the narrative so entwined in their spirit. Just like one guy asked me a long time ago, what is Jesus' real name? I said, if I was to sit here and tell you Jesus' real name, you wouldn't believe me. So why is I'm going to sit here and tell you his real name? And if I tell you, you're not going to believe it, because the first thing you're going to ask me is, where is it at in the Bible? Because Christian and religious people, they live in the Bible. They go by only what the Bible say. If it ain't in the scripture, it ain't true. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? And the thing about it is that so many people is waiting for Jesus to come out of that sky. Jesus Christ ain't coming out of that sky. Y'all gonna be waiting forever. Y'all gonna be waiting for the rest of your life. Jesus Christ ain't coming out that sky. Jesus ain't coming back. Jesus ain't coming back. Look how long your mother been dead. Look how long your father been dead. Look how long your ancestors been dead. Have any of them motherfuckers ever came back? Look how long your ancestors been dead for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Have any of them ever came back? Do y'all think Jesus is actually coming back? But you know what is coming back? The Christ consciousness is coming back. Why you think we waking up? Jesus isn't coming back, but the Christ consciousness is coming back. Why you think we waking up? Why you think we know things that other people don't know? Why you think that we know things that a lot of people search for and still can't find? The Christ consciousness is here. Why you think the world is transitioning? Because they know we waking up. They know that Christ is here, not Jesus. While y'all still waiting for Jesus to come out of the sky, you sitting next to Christ. Y'all sitting here waiting for Jesus to come back. And you sitting next to Jesus. You wouldn't even know how Jesus looked like. Y'all waiting on somebody who don't even know how he looked like. Y'all don't even know how he would come. He might come from underground. He might come from the damn house. You don't know how he gonna come back. But they told y'all to look to the sky, didn't y'all? Didn't they? They told y'all, look up. He's gonna come through the cloud. The book told y'all he's gonna come through the cloud, don't it? And what are y'all doing? Looking through the clouds, ain't you? For hundreds and hundreds of years, y'all been looking up to them clouds, and y'all still looking. 100 years later, still looking up to the clouds, waiting for something to come. And meanwhile, Jesus is sitting right next to you. Jesus is sitting right next to you. If a man come knocking on your door right now, a woman come knocking on your door right now, and you say who it is, he say Jesus Christ, you gonna open up that fucking door? No, you not. You gonna think he crazy. You gonna think he crazy. If a man or a woman walk up to you right now and say, I'm Jesus, you gonna look at him like he fucking crazy. And you don't even know how he look like. But yet, y'all waiting on somebody that you really don't know. Y'all worshiping somebody that you really don't know. That person that y'all ignore, that y'all look down on, that's the one right there. The one that y'all talk shit about, that's the one right there. The one that y'all say is crazy, that's him right there. Because y'all going to look up and y'all going to need him. Y'all idolize these celebrities, people that got money, people that got riches, and y'all look down on the homeless man. The homeless man is the most wise one. The rich man is only telling you what he's paid to tell your dumb ass. And this is why we got to wake up. Because we are living in the illusion. We are living in the astral projection. We are somewhere asleep right now. We are somewhere asleep right now. We are all living in a dream. We are all living in a dream. None of this shit ain't real. They told you it ain't real. None of this ain't real. We are somewhere asleep. Living in the actual projection. When y'all get off of my live, I want y'all to go look at that movie called Insidious. The very first one. They tell us in the movies where we at. Go watch that movie. The very first one called Insidious. We are living in the astral projection. We're asleep. Living in a dream. And if you ever did any astral projection, what did they tell y'all to do? Whenever you astral projecting in your sleep, once you go to the astral world, you are not allowed to eat in the astral world. You are not allowed to drink in the astral world. You are not allowed to ask the time in the astral world. You are not allowed to ask the people who they is and where they are and where you at in the astral world. And what do we do in this simulation? We eat everything, don't we? We drink everything, don't we? We ask everybody. You can't even show the people in this reality how different you are. The moment that you show the people of the world how different that you are and how you don't accept the rules and the regulations, they kick your ass out by killing your ass, making the world think that you're crazy. We eat and drink in this astral projection. And if you know anything about astral projections, you're not allowed to eat and drink anything in the astral realm because it's fucking poison. And what are we doing in this life? We eat every motherfucking thing in this life. And they telling us that what we are eating is poison, don't they? The water is fluoride, don't they? Don't they tell us that we are eating our own fucking humans? They telling us that what we are eating and drinking is poison. Because we are living in an astral projection. So don't worry about being in the sleep and coming out your body. We already out of our real body. This is not our real bodies. We living in the fucking dream. You think I really look like this shit? You think you really look the way you look? You don't even have your real name. That's why when you die and you get reborn, you get a whole new body. You get a whole new name. You get fresh new clothes. So while y'all sitting here trying to seek Jesus Christ's real name, what the fuck you try to figure out your own real name? My name ain't Ajita. So while y'all trying to figure out who Jesus' real name was, how about you try to figure out what your name really is, what your real name is? Try to figure out where you really came from. Try to figure out how your body really looks like. While you trying to research Jesus, try to figure out and research who you are. And then you might go somewhere. You might get somewhere in the mind. Now, I am going to cut my live short. Because I feel like I have said enough. And I want to thank all of y'all for joining me on my live. And I will get back on live. The reason why I'm going to get off is because I don't want to wear out my live. And to all the people that's been on my live, that has heard me, I want y'all to think about this when y'all get off of my live. I want y'all to look at life for what it is right now, okay? Life is nothing but a dream. This is why they tell us to live in the moment. Because everything is happening at the same time. Everything is, yesterday is now. Tomorrow is now. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Right now, we got two people that is fighting to win the leadership of this country. And we know that they're not going to really do nothing for us. So as of this moment, it's time for us to take our lives and our children's lives. And we need to elevate ourselves. And not only elevate, educate ourselves on who we are. And if you don't know how to learn who you really are, all you got to do is ask our true creator. You don't got to get on your knees. You don't got to get on your knees and bow your head. You can be walking down the street. Ask our true creator. Who are you? Don't be afraid to ask. How you expect to go to the next level if you're afraid to ask questions on how to get there? How you afraid to get to know God if you're afraid to talk to him? Ask, who are you? Why am I here? Why did I be here? Why did I choose to come here? Why did you pick me? What is going on? Ask. Don't be afraid to ask. Stop falling into that narrative that your parents and your grandparents taught you. Start asking questions. Talk to our creator. Ask our creator, who are you? Who am I? Why am I here? Why do I have to worship Jesus Christ? Ask. And you're going to get your answers. Because I asked. I didn't get this knowledge going to church every Sunday. I didn't get this knowledge reading no Bible. I got this knowledge by sitting in my bed asking questions. And these questions are going to get, because I'm 41 years old. For 36 years, I was asleep. I didn't know nothing. I knew that there was a God. I knew that. Because the way my life was, something had to have been with me, the kind of life that I had. I knew I had somebody watching over me. But I wasn't always like this. But what I did was throughout my life, I asked questions. And I was persistent on these. But what I did was throughout my life, I asked questions. And I was persistent on these questions. It's up to you to ask. It's up to you to ask. What? When? Where? Who? Stop going with everything that people tell you. Start asking why. That goes for anything in life. That goes for anything in life, not just with religion. Somebody come into your life and they want you to do something or go somewhere or say something. Start asking questions. Why I got to do that? How do I supposed to do that? Why I got to do that? Start asking questions. Why I got to vote? Why you is so important that I got to vote for you? What can you do? Why? Ask these questions. Because when you start asking questions, they got to answer. They got to answer. This is why they tell y'all in the religion and in the Christianity, they don't want y'all to ask Jesus no questions. They don't want y'all to ask God no questions. They don't want y'all to ask. Because when you start asking, you're going to demand an answer. So as long as you obeying and as long as you worshiping and ain't asking nothing, you're going to take whatever is given to you, right? Right? You're going to take whatever is given to you. Because you're not asking Jesus no questions. You're not asking God no question. You just obeying and worshiping. And you don't even know what, then you're going to get some answers. Like, God, why do I gotta worship Jesus Christ in order to get you? Start asking questions. God, why do I gotta worship Jesus Christ in order to get you? Start asking questions. God, why do I gotta worship Jesus Christ in order to get you? Start asking questions. Expect him to get. Ask questions. And I promise you're gonna get your answers. You're going to get your answers. You right, Coy. Jesus is God. Jesus and God is one. Just like I am one. I am one with my God. I am the Son. Me and my Creator is one. That means I worship no man. Because me and my Creator, me and my God is one. So why the hell is I worshiping a man? If I am one with my God, why is I worshiping a man? To get to God, if me and my God is one. So why is I worshiping a man? Think before you speak. Me and my God is one. One. I don't need to worship no one. I don't need to worship nothing to get to my God because I am one with my God. I'm not going to worship or idolize nothing or no one because I am one with my Creator. There is no two, it's one. A lot of people talk. They like to be heard, but they don't know what the fuck they talking about. You got a lot of dumbass Christians out here. They so quick to try to lay down the message of the Bible, and the Bible is so contradictory. You got to actually have wisdom and knowledge before you read it. Don't come on my page and try to be slick with me. I'm not the one. I don't know everything. I don't know everything at all. I'm trying to tell you, I don't know everything. I don't know it. It's a lot. That's why I lost so much weight. I weigh 105 pounds. I dropped down to 94 pounds because I was worried. I was going through it because I don't know everything that I want to know. I don't know everything. And every day I was asking our Creator to educate me, give me the knowledge. And every day I was stressing. I was worrying. I was being hard on myself because I don't know everything. And believe me, if I did know everything, I would be dead by now. Because I ain't afraid to speak my damn truth. You're going to kill me any damn way. I'm going to die anyway. We all going to die. You might as well die seeking and learning the truth. You've been dumb all your fucking life and now you're going to die dumb too? Like, what type of shit is that? You was born a dummy, you're going to die a dummy. At least die trying to educate your damn self. So at least you can say, well, at least I tried. So no, I don't know everything. And I'm so happy that I'm getting my appetite back because I got my weight back up to 104, so I'm good. So I don't know. And I tell people all the time, teach me, help me. A lot of my TikTok friends, a lot of y'all be sending me videos in my inboxes and tagging me. I appreciate that. Because I want to learn. I want to learn and I want to be educated. I want that knowledge. I'm not one of them type of people that just watch everything and listen to everything. If I'm not being educated, if I'm not being enlightened, I don't want nothing to do with it. That's why it's certain things, I don't even watch TV no more. I don't watch TV no more. What can I learn on TV? If it's not something that I'm watching that's elevating me or educating me, I don't watch it. I don't watch it at all. I don't listen to none of this music. I listen to my own music, to be real honest. And the music that I do listen to is from the 70s, from the 80s, the 90s, and the early 2000s. I don't listen to none of this music. I barely even listen to the radio. So I don't. I don't know everything. But I tell you one damn thing, I'm trying my best to learn everything. Because before I die, I can say I wasn't perfect at all. I'm not perfect. I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner. There's a lot of things that I do. I'm a sinner. I'm not perfect. And nor do I try to be perfect either. Because when you try to be perfect, that's when you're going to fuck up the most. And then when you try to be perfect and then you fuck up, you're going to be extra harder on yourself. But if you was perfect, you wouldn't be here. What's the point of you being perfect and you living in this demonic world? You would know all things. You would know why you here, right? They programmed us in this body to be dumb. This is why we only use 10% of our brain. This is why we only got 10% of our vision. We were designed and programmed to be fucking dumb.